Well, first of all, if you look around, you can see there is no shade, none. And today's not a specifically hot day. There is between 200 to 400 dogs per day that use this park. There's no water. Some of the people bring kids. There's no water. A lot of us do bring our own water, but if you're down here for more than an hour, a dog will go through a good chug. They need water. The dog walkers use this park. We cannot walk through the park and get our dogs exercise because you have to leash them. And the city obviously sends down officers and they're finding people left, right, and center. But people won't stay in this area because there's no shade for the dogs. The grounds, I mean, you can go to a number of places in the city and they've got not grass, because this is, when it rains, it's a mud bowl. By the end of the summer, it's a dust bowl. They could put cedar chips down.
And this is ridiculous. Look at this place. There's the tree. There's our shade right over there. It's fantastic, you know, because it couldn't even shade a fly. It's ridiculous that this is allowed here. We're probably the only park that doesn't have running water for dogs. Cedarvale, Sherwood. We live here. We live here with our dogs. I would say that 50% of the people who live in this area have dogs, and these are the people who make up the constituency, and we are the ones who pay taxes here. And what are we getting for it? We're just treated like pariahs constantly with our dogs shoved into this sort of corral. It's ridiculous.
It's also my view that we might be able to find a middle ground to make sure there's safe water there for dogs, but at the same time not expend the funds to build a water pipeline. I think a compromise can be found, either a temporary source that can be replenished, or a permanent source, which is quite expensive. We've put over $1 million into our dog parks in Ward 10, 2 dog parks, as well as other amenities and accessories such as trees and benching. So it's an expensive endeavor. We're prepared to work with the community to make sure the resources are there.
Okay. But behind the fence here, we've got, what, 10 trees, big trees, mature trees, that are providing very nice shade in an area that's outside the corral. And it would not have been a big a deal to just move that fence all the way around those trees and include that in the corral. But this is typical of what's gone on here. We've petitioned for these kinds of things for years to allow us to have dogs in here, and they just make up their own minds about how they're going to construct things without really any consultation with the people who are impacted by it.